I mean, should we be sending malaria tablets into the hospitals if the evidence to support their use is weak?
Yeah, so absolutely we need the evidence before you can provide medication to people. We've got so many ideas from all over the world, many researchers saying, well, this drug might work or another drug might work. I think Canada is part of an international effort, and at the WHO and other international networks, where they've identified really a very vast suite of potential drug therapies and combinations of drugs that are already in existence, but being repurposed, if you like, for COVID-19 treatment. So the trial that I've just talked about, which is called Solidarity, ran by the WHO, was stood up really, really fast. And one of the key drugs that they will be doing a randomized clinical trial on is the anti-malarial drugs, hydroxychloroquine or chloroquine. So that forms one aspect of that. And I think given that Canada is now part of that network, there are actually appropriate ways at which Canada can be engaged and make sure that our patients who are receiving these drugs are doing it in the most scientific and safest way possible. So there are mechanisms. I also know that the regulatory authorities, Health Canada, the researchers, CIHR, they're all supporting these kind of efforts in different ways as funders of research, but also as regulators. It is absolutely essential that you do science-based treatment, because there are so many therapies in every single pandemic. Everybody has hundreds of solutions that they think might work. We can't rule out the fact that they don't work, but let's just prioritize the top ones that the world scientists think are important and then do proper trials. What I'm really impressed with is that this mega trial, if you like, globally, where numerous countries can join in, is set up in such a way that it makes it really, really simple to join. And then the results can be analyzed in real time. So I'm really excited about that.
And one follow-up, if I can. There are also reports that Canadians are trying to hoard these tablets, much the way they did with Tamiflu during the bird flu outbreak. Again, Dr. Tam, could I get your thoughts on whether this is a wise thing for Canadians to be doing?
My message is that you should not take medication without the scientific evidence. It can be quite dangerous. These drugs are not without side effects. In fact, they're quite significant side effects, and so that people have to be really, really careful about this. Don't do it. From a national sort of Health Canada perspective, they are the regulators, but they also maintain a very close link to the manufacturers and the supply and where that supply is going. So there are mechanisms to actually monitor to see what the distribution looks like, and then be able to actually do something about it. So I think if there were signals of certain massive buyouts, etc., the manufacturers are actually being really, really responsible. If they're spotting some signal that supplies are going in a certain direction, there's a mechanism set up to ensure that that doesn't actually happen.